So, through all these different avenues that we've got to reach the home, I felt like maybe we could just have a conversation and talk about one that I feel like is affecting a lot of homes or a lot of people, and that might actually be holding us back. Remember, Satan is a liar. And so I had to think, like, what is the number one factor in a Christian home that might be holding us back or keeping us from our full potential. So oftentimes, being a Christian, we're asked, the size of your Bible, the words in it, the woman's faith, your wife, the church that you attend. Those things, sometimes people, that's all they put their effort and energy on, or that's all that they want to say. That's the only thing in a Christian home that matters. You'll even hear at churches say, well, the woman, they're the reason that the man can't be who the man's supposed to be. Now, let me go ahead and tell you, the reason your home is failing, the reason your home is struggling, the reason you're struggling, the number one reason or issue in America today, I'm telling you guys, it's the man. I don't want to put all of it on our shoulders because we've got so much there, but the man is the focal point, the starting point. You're the head of the household. When a man stands, the entire house stands. When a man falls asleep at the wheel, the family drifts. If you're not doing what you're supposed to, the entire family will start slowly moving from its path. God has put you here for a purpose. So with that being said, there's a fire that's built in a man that's ordained by God. You were built to lead your house. You were built to lead strongly and firmly. But you were never built to lead with your fist. You were built to lead with your faith. It's always been about the man and his faith. The biggest thing and the thing that's missing in knowledge that churches don't tell people, or that we don't tell people in school, it's the power of a male in leadership and in how a man leads. One of my favorite quotes is Patrick Morley. He said, when a man gets it, when he finally gets it, when he finally gets what it's meant to walk with God, everything changes. Your marriage changed. Your kids will change. You will change. Now, I'm going to say it's going to be easy. No, I don't even want to pretend for a second that it's the easiest thing that you've ever done, because it's not. But I promise you that you will change. Because when a man leads with faith, entire generations will shift. If a father doesn't go to church, statistically, only 2 to 3% of the kids in those homes will. But if a father goes, even if the mom doesn't, 60% or more of those kids will lead and will go to church. That's not a stat. It's not only something to put down on a piece of paper. That's an entire legacy, guys. That's something that you can lead that will have generational impacts. Look, generational impact on one hand, I actually know a man. He didn't grow up with prayer. He didn't grow up with the family Bible on the table. No Jesus at dinner, no prayer at dinner. But one day, whenever he finally met Jesus, everything changed. He didn't wait until he was perfect. He just said yes. You've got to remember that Jesus doesn't call the equipped. He equips the called. He said yes. That's all he did. He said yes. He said yes to prayer. He said yes to showing up. He said yes to taking his place. His wife, she said, I feel safe when you lead like this. His kids starting asking about God. That's what happens when a man stands in his home. The attack on men are so real. It's something that I've never thought that we would actually have. But manhood, men are being attacked every single day. It looks totally different place to place. Sometimes you're not even allowed to be a man because it's offensive. But let me tell you that if a man is being a man and leading, it should be praised and welcomed. We're not leading with iron fist. We're leading as God called us to do. He called us to take care of what He gave us on this planet. He called us to take care of the women, called us to take care of the fatherless, called us to take care of our children. And when we do that, when we truly try to lead, I promise you, generations will change. And the generation right now is attacking everything that a man stands for. Tony Evans, he said, if the devil can't get to the family directly, he'll aim for the man. Because if he takes out the head, the body will follow. The enemy knows this. He knows that you're dangerous. When you walk with God, that's why he comes at you so passionately, so directly. It's a distraction, lust, anger, passivity, but we don't run. We armor up. The full armor of God is what we're called to carry. When you put on the full armor of God and you stand your ground, your family will depend on that exactly. Spiritual leadership really is, it's something that will change the entire direction of your house. Being the leader doesn't mean that you shout the loudest. I see this every single day. We watch something on TV or you watch something, a pastor preaching. Oftentimes what you see is the loudest person in the room. That's all we see. That's all we hear. I'll tell you, as a man, now look, I farm, I work with my hands. A lot of people that know me probably make jokes, say that I don't work, that I just use my brain. But being a leader doesn't mean you have to shout the loudest or be the toughest. What it truly means, it means that you kneeled fastest. Jesus didn't command from the throne. He commanded from his knees. He knelt in the dirt. He washed feet. John 13, 14 and 15 says, now that I, your Lord, your teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's. It's probably one of the most powerful moments of my life was sitting in a group of men washing each other's feet. I know it sounds crazy. It sounds something that's out of place, out of date. It is the most humbling moment when you get to sit down next to a man that you idolize or you look up to, and he's washing your feet. Not the other way around. It's not always about washing his. It's whenever that man washes your feet. Could you imagine the moment or the feeling that they felt whenever Jesus washed their feet? I'm telling you right now, that is real strength. That is real leadership. When you can kneel down to your wife and wash her feet, when you can kneel down to your children and wash their feet, spiritually or literally, it doesn't matter. Whenever you can do that, when you can wash the feet of your enemy, as Jesus did, that is the real power. Oftentimes we put ourselves in this position where what we say is, I don't feel like I can do that, or I'm not the man I'm supposed to, or that woman, she is rude to me, or she nags me all the time. It's not only about you. It's about your bloodline. It's about your sons, your daughters, your grandchildren, the people that you've never even met. That is what it's about. Joshua 24:15, it says, as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Listen, guys, that's not a motto. That's not something that we just idly take. It's a battle cry. It's something that we have to do. It's not something that he's telling you, maybe you should do this. The Bible is very clear. As for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. That's something that we should be yelling from the rooftops, and we don't. Listen, if you're drifting, if you're out and about drinking at bars, just go home. Come home where you need to be and where they need you. If you've been passive, guys, it's time to wake up. The church isn't meant to be passive. The men in this generation are not meant to stand idly by. It's time to wake up and be men. If you've been discouraged, again, stand up. Guys, I want you to lean on each other and be with each other and feel like we've got each other all the time. But we have to learn to stand. Take a stand. What's the old saying? If you stand for nothing, you'll fall for anything. That's not us. That's not who we're meant to be. Not tomorrow, not next week. Take the stand today. This is very important. It's time to lead your wife in prayer. I don't do this the way I'm supposed to. This is something that is very hard. Satan will attack you in any way he possibly can, and separating you as the spiritual leader from your wife is one way he can. It's embarrassing. It's hard to do this. Sometimes our wives don't want to do this because it just feels weird, or maybe they want to read at night without you. You want to go in and watch a game in the man cave. I don't have a man cave, but if maybe you want to go outside and work or in the yard or something, maybe it's time the kids are gone. Go grab your wife and pray together. Open the Word with your kids. Guys, I'm telling you right now, they're like sponges. My 3 boys, it's unreal how much they take in. The things that they say and repeat 4 months after I said it, they're sponges. Open the Word. And one of the most powerful sayings that I've ever heard that was told to me by a man, not a Christian man, by a man he was a good man. Be the thermostat. Do not be the thermometer. Be the one thing that changes the temperature of the room, changes the temperature of the conversation. Don't just read out or be a follower or tell people what they want to hear. Be the actual change. Because when a man stands, guys, the house will stand. Just remember, real men don't run, they rise.